Today we have our first guest on the podcast, and we go with the guests on this podcast. We go through the MMO of life. We go through the keyboard warrior with them. We throw them in the arena of opinions, and we also include AI, and we talk with AI about our guests. So, and for the last thing, we go into the portal room, and we will see which portal our guests use. So our first guest is Bazooka Bird. We thought it's the best thing to have ourselves as guests first, because then you know who are the hosts of this podcast. Yeah, Stefan, what is your main story quest in life?
Hey Michael, thanks for having me. And so my main quest at the moment, I would say my main quests always change. It always depends on a different phase, which I'm currently in. So for now, I say balancing everything in my life, like having a kid, having a wife, having a job, being a content creator, being a gamer, and trying to be the best version for each topic and try to get everything together. And that's my main quest at the moment, being good in this because it's a new situation for me. I'm a new dad. I get the second baby in January. So, yeah, that's why I would say that's my main quest at the moment.
We talk a little bit later about the main story quest when we go a little bit deeper into that to understand what is behind the gamer personality Bazooka Bird. But I would say let's start about we like to play MMOs together here. So let's start with the MMO of life. And where do you start the MMO usually? In the starting area. So let's jump right into the starting area. Stefan, when did you figure out you're a gamer?
Ah, that's quite deep, quite long ago, I would say. It is hard actually to tell you when I like really was thinking that I'm a gamer. I started like really early. I think maybe with 6 or something like that. We had a Nintendo, the oldest one you can have, and I played Mario, Aladdin. We had like two big boxes with I think like 100 different kind of games. It was really crazy, and but I would not say that this time I would call me a gamer. I don't think that was a thing to say at this age. I think it started when I was playing like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. That I'm maybe would say, yeah, I'm a gamer. So I think with 8 or 9, playing maybe Call of Duty Modern Warfare with my brother of law. Yeah, I think something like that.
That was when your life shifted a little bit more into gaming, and before it was more like gaming was only a very small hobby.
I think when you're a kid, you do a lot of different things. Like maybe in our like childhood, maybe now you only play video games and look into your TikTok account. But other than that, I don't know. I played Lego, for example, a lot in my childhood. I played video games, but I also went out and asked if someone have time to play outside in the forest or something like that. So, but it shifted like I think starting with school, it shifted more into coming home to school. Let's dive into Battlefield Bad Company 2. Some, for example, we played a lot together. So I think there was the shift that, yeah, I'm a gamer.
Okay. So talking about Battlefield Bad Company and stuff like that, what was the first game you were really addicted to?
Um, my first MMO I played was Matin 2, and I was really addicted to it, and I played a lot of that. Also spent my first money into MMO. Um, I was also addicted to Habbo Hotel, for example. I played a lot of Habbo Hotel. That was even before Matin 2. Um, yeah. So, but like really addicted, I would say, yeah, Matin 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare with the husband of my sister. I played crazy a lot of time there, and Battlefield Bad Company 2, because you came home from school, you played like, yeah, I was level 42, I think, and that was like 215 hours or something like that in playtime, which is crazy. No, 250 days was it, right? I
That would be crazy. No, it's probably hours. Yeah.
No, it cannot be hours. Hours would be if you think 215 hours, that would be only like 6 days. That's not enough. We play
You think
way
it was
more.
250 days? That's crazy. Let me see. 250 days. 250 days times 24. That would be okay. That would be 6,000 hours. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that. It was crazy
Yeah,
huge.
can be 6,000 hours can be because yeah, you were a child and probably the time was different there. Yeah.
You wake up weekend morning and played until the night. So
That's it.
that was a different way to play. You didn't thought about working or kids or family or something like that.
That's true. Yeah. If you tell us in the comments if you know Metin 2 and Harbor Hotel, if you know these games, leave us a like and subscribe this channel. Yeah, talk about the gaming in your starting area in the past. What did your parents say to your gaming, and what did your parents say when you were addicted afterwards?
Well, I have to say a lot of the games my parents bought us, so they supported me with this kind. Like I had a Nintendo GameCube, and I had also a lot of games there, like FIFA Streets and FIFA and Spider-Man, a lot of different kind of games. So they always was supporting me, but also during school, I had a time where I was not really into school. I had not the best note, how it's called in English.
Great.
A good rate. I had a bad rate. German like almost like failed and all this kind of stuff. Um, so there was the time where my mother actually tried to cancel gaming for me. So she said, like, you don't play 2 months or only on the weekends, and yeah, but it worked not out. It didn't work for me because when they're sleeping, I went down and played in the night when my parents slept. So yeah, but most of the time supportive, I would say. And the normal stuff like, yeah, if your shooting is not good for you, you will be a killer in the future, and the normal thing what people, or if you're too near to the screen, you will be blind and this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, now you can see this guy is not a killer and played 6,000 hours of Battlefield by Company. So yeah, there's no point in it. Talking about the future as well, which game or movie character was your hero when you think back in time?
So I'm really a movie addicted person. So if I watch a movie, I watch it to the end. If I start a series, I start a series and I end the series at the same time. So that's my thing. So I have a many possible answers there, but I was thinking really the first, and I would go with Ben 10. I don't know if you know it.
The guy who
He,
could shift himself into
yeah, he has a watch,
everything.
and yeah, I think he has like 10 different characters or maybe 20, I don't know, and he can spin it, and then he hit it, and then he goes into a lion or something like that. I don't remember it so good, but I think that was one of the first thing I really liked. But I could tell you many, but yeah, that went first when I was thinking about it into my head.
Okay, nice. I would say let's leave the starting area and we go into the leveling because we have to level, then we reach the end game. And talking about leveling, what was the biggest real life challenge for you so far where you leveled up the most?
So I did a lot in my life actually, but I have to tell you, if you're getting kids and starting to be a family, that's where the real challenge is coming. Also, where the big grow is behind it. And you can learn so much about you can learn so much about your partner. And yeah, it's one of the biggest challenge, but also the biggest rewards behind it. So I would tell you having kids.
Did gaming help you out in this challenging times, or was it something which played a role in it?
Well, I think most of the gamers, not everyone. Michael is, for example, different. He only plays if he is in a good mood. But for me, like if I'm like angry or I have a lot of stress, I like to go into gaming and play and bring my emotion into the game and let them there and forget about the path. So yeah, that's why I would say it helped me to sometimes calm down and um, take the problems not so serious, and maybe also hide in the world because there's so much pain in the real world at the moment. For example, something like that. Yeah. So yeah.
Was this the only thing which helped you, or were there other things which you could do to release or go away from the challenges or shut down your mind or something like that?
I think if you spend time with your best friends or someone who is really important for you, and also talking about this kind of stuff with them is really helpful and can sometimes also bring a different kind point of view of the problems, or maybe also brings a solution you didn't thought about it. And sometimes it's also just nice to tell someone your thoughts and someone is just listening. And so yeah, I think talking about with others, and sometimes, for example, I do not at the moment so much, but I should do it because it helps me, is sports. And because I'm really addicted to sport actually, even if I'm not doing at the moment, but I'm normally addicted to sport. Um, it helps me a lot when I do it.
You said you were growing through the biggest challenge as well. What, in your opinion, was the biggest growth you were growing through that?
Um, I think you will get to know what is really important in life with this kind of challenge, because before, and also you think differently about problems in your past life, I would say. Because for now, like if you're like single or don't have kids, for example, you have problems. You talk about, oh, why. Let me think. One example. For example, the biggest thing is people always say, yeah, I don't have enough time. That's one thing which every people on the earth is saying, I don't have enough time. And if you don't have kids, that's a completely different sentence, because you really know you don't have enough time if you have kids, because then it's different. And before, like I also said before, like I don't have like time, but like looking now backwards, I would laugh about me and say like, you're a joke. What are you telling? You don't have time. And yeah, so seeing problems differently, and also laughing about the past, because you had the best life. You could do everything what you want. You didn't was thinking about things. Yeah. So yeah.
It's also about people which are viewing on other people's life. For example, when you ask that question, Elon Musk, for example, he would laugh about your life and say, "This guy doesn't have time," and Elon Musk has four biggest companies in the world and has 10 children or something like that. So
11.
it's or 11 now. It's crazy. It's all the time out of the point of view of a person.
Yeah. Oh, 100% true. Like now I have like saying like, oh, it's so crazy having one kid, and then there are like people who have 10 and more, and you only think like, how is it even possible to have so many kids? It's you can't imagine. And now getting a second one as well, I can't imagine to have a second one. It's crazy. I don't know how it should work everything, because it was a big pain with one kid actually. Yeah, so interesting, interesting and crazy at the same time.
But in the end, it works out all the time, right? So it's
Yeah,
only how the
always.
human mind works. So we talked about how did you evolve through the biggest challenge as a person. How did you evolve over time as a gamer? Were you different when you started gaming to gaming at the moment or gaming now?
I think what was always the same since I was a kid and now is I'm a competitive gamer. If I'm playing with my friends or even with me, I'm always trying to be the best. And also always have these kind of fights like, oh, you level 50 or I'm already level 60. So I'm always trying to be better. Like started Metin 2 with my cousin, for example, or Habbo Hotel, like trying always to have more stuff than him, trying to be better, trying to be stronger, try to fight and win the duels and all this kind of stuff. So that's like from start to the end, always same. The only thing which changed is I think the kind of games I play, and that's always changing. Like the beginning, Nintendo like really like childish game, but like good old games. Then into like Spider-Man a lot, GTA for example, I played also a lot. And from there, I went to Metin 2, Cabal. I played like 2 years in at the same time, and then World of Warcraft was a big game, for example. Then I was a time really just shooting, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and yeah, I would say as a teenager I was a better gamer. For example, shooting, I had a KDA in Battlefield Bad Company with 2.5 or something like that. And if I play now, I have like 0. 0.9, for example. So it's a big difference. And
Yeah. So, viewing into the past, what were the game genres you enjoyed most when you look back in the past? In case of genres, if you have to pick one genre you enjoyed most in the past,
that's hard. I think I go with shooter.
FPS shooters, in that case.
Battlefield Bad Company 2, also Call of Duty. Like I'm thinking about it in a kind of way where I have the best memories and kind of experience with my friends. And Battlefield Bad Company, we had a squad of 4. It was funny going as 4 into a room, dying 3, and we had one medic, and we say, "Red Stars, medic, please." And we had so many funny stories we had there, so that was quite awesome. Also, where I was a teenager, I played a lot with the husband of my sisters, Bunny. So many Call of Duty sessions, everything 3-star rating on the co-op mode, which was huge. 15 juggernauts killing and this kind of stuff. It was like one day only one mission trying to fix it and see how can we do better. And so I had a lot of nice moments there. But also MMO near even now also. So both similar. Yeah.
FPS and MMOs, I see. Okay, that was the leveling phase. Let's go to the end game to your life at the moment. Tell us more about your main story quest right now. What is the main story quest right now?
Okay, I said balancing all the different lives. I see it as lives. So I'm a gamer, that's one life. I'm a sportman, so I'm my second life. I'm a husband. I'm also just me as a person. I'm a father. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a content creator, and I'm also friends to others. And so that's like, I don't know. I play 10 lives, for example, and I try to be for every kind of life the best version, much as I can. But it's sometimes quite hard to do, like to balance everything. So, and for example, also I'm a digital nomad, so I'm traveling around the world always. I have no residence anymore, so that means we are spending like in 1 year in 4 different countries. So, for example, last year we went together, or even actually it was this year, we went with Michael to Asia for 6 months. We've been in Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia. I already told. Thailand. Which one? Third one, fourth one. Which one was it? Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. Yeah, right. So and then Europe, Portugal, France, a lot of different countries, and we always on the road, and that's quite hard doing that with a family actually. So I have a 2-year-old daughter, so she is since she's 2 months old, she's traveling around the world. She's been now to I think 10 countries with just 2 years. So that's quite crazy if you just think about it. There are like humans out where don't even spend so much time in different countries in the whole life. And now there's a second baby on the way. And we do the same thing with the second one as well. We will see if it works. But we also try. The goal of that lifestyle is actually to find the right place where we will stay and live there. So, and we for now didn't find it, and so we try keep looking, and that's quite hard because you're always just you and your wife can support the kids, and you have no other one who can take care of the kid, and that's quite hard. If you think about it, you live somewhere in one place, you have always your parents who can help you, and this kind of stuff, which brings also a lot of or brings a lot of solution to a problem. And yeah, so a lot of stuff is going on in my life. We could deep dive, I think, 2 hours in different kind of topics, and yeah, but I'm trying to do the best I could, and but it's hard.
You said you live a couple lives. What are the end game goals of these specific lives? Do you have any?
Being the best father for my kids, which means living them a life which I would like to have that the kids are living, like being a good role model. That's my, I think, one goal, that they can achieve, that they have the kind of mindset, vision. I can achieve everything in life what I want, and I try to bring them like everything. Yeah. The end goal, I would say, I think everyone end goal is to be happy, enjoy life, be healthy, and always have the opportunity to do the stuff I want to do. So my main goal is like don't have to look for money. So if I want to go bungee jump tomorrow, I don't want to think about if I can spend 300 euros for my bungee jump or not. I just want to do it. But other than that, have a happy family, having a dog, to have another life as well. Yeah.
Okay. How will gaming influence or help you with these goals? Can you see yourself still game in the end game? How will that evolve? What do you think?
Yeah, like gaming will be always a part of me, and I think if I'm still a grandpa, I will be gaming, and because now I see, for example, my grandma, she's sitting there watching TV or just sitting and don't know what to do with her life, because her husband is unfortunately died 2 years ago, and now she feels really alone. And I think like we as the generation now will not have these kind of problems in the future, maybe because we have maybe robots, we will have a digital world, we can join always and have fun still, even if we are alone and old and all this kind of stuff. So, and I think gaming will be play a big role for the future there. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to play Ready Player One in the future as well. So, and so gaming will be always a part, and my goal is to play Ready Player One and have my own character there and achieve and be the best player in Ready Player One. So always trying, and then I have a lot of people to compare with.
So your end goal with gaming in this world will be Ready Player One. What do you want to experience in Ready Player One, in the Ready Player One world? What makes the Ready Player One world so appealing for you?
It feels real. You get feedback for your body as well. You have the biggest immersion you can have, and Easter egg. I think that's the interesting part where you have really these big hard quests, but if you can achieve them and you also making the right decision in kind of way, having the right character, having the right mindset, then you get something from the game which is big. In Ready Player One is like having the right to shut down a Ready Player One world or something like that. And maybe you get, I don't know, like shares of the company or something like that. That would be huge. And I think that will also bring a lot of players into the game, and people will play more the game because they want to have that. Because the shares are like, I know, 1 billion worth of money or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that was the MMO of life, actually, to dive a little bit into your life in a MMO situation. We reached the end game, we did the end game, and the next step is we go into the comments, into the keyboard warrior. In this section, we go through it and analyze comments of our guests, because usually our guests are influencers or public people. So we pick comments. It was not as easy as with the usual guys because we still have a small channel, but I found one comment which was a little bit phrased onto us, and it was, "Why do so many YouTubers say Hearth like Hearth? How do you spell it?"
I would say Hearthstone. I would say hurt, like the hurt. I would go for that. But yeah,
So the
maybe
comment was addressed to you.
yeah, maybe we spell it because we are German, so we are actually from Germany. But we're proud to leave Germany. So and yeah, I think like if you're coming from a different place, and even we are from Germany, we are from the south from Germany, and there's like even there's a different pronoun. You pronounce the words differently, and so that mix of everything and having is, I think, when people saying the things differently than the native speaker from the land.
Yeah, that's correct. So Hearthstone would be the correct option. The comments told us, but everyone is using it differently. But the main thing is they understand it and they know what we're talking about. So that's the most important thing. The next thing what would be we throw our guests in the arena to fight against critical opinions against them. So the arena of opinions, and the first opinion would be Bazooka Bird. That is Stefan's gamer name. Bazooka Bird is a better League of Legends than World of Warcraft player.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I would say. If I would say the mobile version of Riot or League of Legends, then I would go for a yes, because there's my rank is quite high. Yeah.
When you look at it, when you look at your highs in each game, what would you consider was your peak, and what was the higher peak?
Yeah, then League of Legends. Yeah, true. Because League of Legends, my peak was top. I don't know, 1 or 3% of Europe, also like EU West, League of Legends players. I was in the top 1 or 3%, something. I'm not 100% sure which it was, but yeah, this time was. But I was also really into the game. Like I played like every day. I don't know, 6 hours or something like that. I did make videos. I tried to accomplish new highs and went all in. So that's why I was, I think, good enough. And now I don't have the time because I'm a father. And League of Legends, you have to stay at least 1 hour in one game. And if your kid is screaming and wants something from you, or your wife needs help, you can't play League of Legends. That's not possible. But yeah, I would say you're right. Yeah, League of Legends I'm better League of Legends than World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah, the highest in World of Warcraft was like arena rating 1,900 something, right?
I think 1980. But I have to say that starting, was it Legion? Was it Battle for Azeroth? I went also really into like Radar.io with my DK. And I was also one of the best Blood DKs players in Europe. So I was there also really good. Like the problem there was like if you stop like for I don't know 2 weeks, then you're out of the rating. So yeah, and yeah, we started business and this kind of stuff, so that's not possible to keep because that's your main quest then.
Yeah, you have to go all in to achieve the big player ratings. That's no question. The second opinion would be a little bit more suited to children. Bazooka Bird's children will not be achievement players if they would be gamers in the future.
Achievement player. So I'm pretty sure if I get my son in January, which I don't know yet, because it will be a surprise what we are getting. But if I get a son, I'm 100% sure he will be an achievement hunter, because the difference about girls and boys are trying to be better than the father version. So my son will always try to be better than me. That's his goal when he comes here to Earth. My daughter is different. She will be not achievement player because she wants only my love. She wants to be my princess. Princess? Yeah, princess, right?
Princess.
Yeah, so my daughter, she will be not achievement gamer, and I still don't know if she will be a gamer. My wife is there a little bit critical, but my son for sure, 100%, he will be achievement hunter.
So 2 achievement players, because I asked that question, it would be funny if the son would be a chill player or something like that, and then he's teaming up with the achievement father. The father is pushing him through the dungeons and stuff like that. Would be a funny dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
But
no, I can't see that, but you never know, right?
you never know. But usually the apple is not falling far from the tree, so usually like father, like son, right? Yeah, that was the arena of opinions. Successfully lived through it. Let's go on with the machine overload. Let's see what AI says to Bazooka Bird, to Stefan.
I'm excited.
I asked Grok about you, and Grok said the following. Let me read it for you. Bazooka Bird, the deadpreneur gamer, impressively manages fatherhood, gaming, and entrepreneurship with 2 businesses at 29, making his life resemble a complex video game with quests in parenting, gaming, and business. His ability to juggle these roles without dropping too many balls is both admirable and a bit terrifying from an outside perspective, showcasing the human capacity for multitasking in the face of chaos. Whether he's a master of the universe or just a lucky duck, his presence on a podcast while managing all this leans towards the former, proving that in life's game, sometimes you're the bazooka, sometimes you're the bird.
Nice words. Thanks, Grok. I think it really fits to my main story quest, right? Balancing, and I could not tell it better than Grok did. Yeah, he did it pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Grok doesn't know something about you because you're not a public figure yet. But with all the information, that is what Grok made out of it. So pretty accurate. I think AI knows now about Bazooka Bird. And
yeah, crazy.
So
will
let's go
ask
to
from
the
my side, and then let's see if I get the right answers.
True. Let's go to the last segment of this guest podcast with Bazooka Bird, and the last thing will always be the portal room. And the portal room is the following: imagine, Bazooka Bird, you are in a room full of portals. Each portal is teleporting you to a moment in your life, past or future. Which portal would you choose and why?
That's actually so hard, the question. I have to think past. What past? The experience with different kind of things I had, are quite nice. And looking back to it, to do it one more time would be, I think, quite awesome. But also the future looks quite pretty. I think I would jump into the future. And in the future, I think, which would I want to see? I think I would jump to the future where we have flying cars, robots, and maybe a Ready Player One situation, and seeing how the world is performing to see, is it nice or is it not? Yeah. So I think I would jump into the future and see how it would look. Can I jump back?
What do you mean?
can I go into the portal, see, and then go back to the past?
Yes, you can. And the question would be, what would you change now if you see the future is bad? And what would you change now if you see the future is good?
If I jump in and see the future is bad, for example, Ready Player One is destroying humanity, then I think I would try to have a big role, like being maybe a president or something like that, and then trying everything that this will not happen. And if it is bright and shiny and nice, then I'm excited and just looking forward to the future.
Maybe concentrate a little bit on your longevity, like the Brian
Yeah,
Johnson technique, to
yeah, maybe,
experience
yeah,
it for sure.
yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the portal room. Very interesting, and yeah, that was probably a very insightful portal you used there. Then, thank you for being our first guest here on the podcast. It was very interesting, and I hope it was very interesting for the viewers as well. If you liked that video, and if you have questions, Stefan will answer these kind of questions if you write us a comment down the video. Then you can ask him the question, he will answer. And if you like the channel in general, give the channel a follow. And I would say, as always, also in the guest podcasts, the last words are the words of the guest, Stefan.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening. I hope you like that podcast. And also, we set up the starting area, leveling, end game, and the portals and all this kind of stuff. So give us feedback. Did you like this kind of style content? Did we forget something? And if so, what should we implement it? Yeah, give us feedback. We think it is nice. It is a different way. And yeah, we try that we will get Elon Musk on our podcast as well next year, 2025. That's our goal. And asking him what was his starting area, what his was leveling, and his end game. And other than that, Michael, was nice to talk to you. And we see us in the next podcast. Bye bye, guys.